We Love Katamari. Released in 2005, it is a third-person puzzle action game based around rolling balls and making stars. I chose We Love Katamari for Video Game Book Club because I wanted the other guys to experience the game, as I have only played one other game in the series, and I wanted to experience another game in the series. Let's see what the guys think. Hello and welcome to the Play Talk Repeat podcast. This is our review of We Love Katamari. I am joined today by Niall, Oliver, Scott, and Lewis, and I am Alex.
Hello.
Are we hyped, guys?
Hi, Alex.
So hyped. So
Hi,
hyped.
guys.
Yeah. So We Love Katamari came out July 2005 for the PS2, and my first question for you guys is: have you played a game in the series before playing We Love Katamari?
Are we doing opening statements at any point, or is this after? Is this
I
before the
will.
opening statements?
This is before. I just want to know your history with
Okay.
the Katamari series.
It's a good
before
question,
opening
Alex. It's a
statements.
good question. I appreciate it. It's a good.
Thank you.
Go on now.
I remember vaguely playing a Katamari game. Not sure which one it was. Could have been the same one. When I was like 10 or 11 on the Xbox. That's about it.
That's it. For me, again, like now, I vaguely remember playing at least one of them, but which one it was, I do not know. I remember rolling up a ball at some point.
I can answer that question if it was on Xbox. If it was on Xbox, it was Beautiful Katamari.
I think
That's the only one
that might have
released
been
on
might be the
Xbox.
one that I played as well. Beautiful game.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Scott, yeah.
Hello. I've not played it. I did briefly watch a YouTube series by Game Grumps on it, but it was a completely different
Classic.
experience. So I'm going to say no, I've not.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I have played it before. The only one I've played is I Love Katamari, which is the one that came out on PS3, and that was my first exposure to it because I played the demo on PS3. Oh no, it wasn't I Love Katamari. It was Katamari Forever, I think. Yeah, I played the demo on PS3 and then I ended up buying the full game, and that was like the only one I played. But I really liked that game when I played it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. My experience with Katamari is I played the remake of the first game, which came out on Game Pass. That was my
Oh yeah, I played that as well.
exposure to it.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing I reminded you then, innit?
Yeah, I forgot.
Right. So now it's opening statements.
PSP.
Lewis,
It
give
was
me
on
your
PSP.
opinion.
Sorry, it was on PSP. The one I played. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh,
bastard.
that's
Interrupting me.
Sorry. It just immediately came to my head then. In
yeah.
like a flash of light.
That one is Me and My Katamari. Renowned as the worst.
Myanmar.
One. No, Me and My Katamari.
Oh, Myanmar. It sounded like you went Myanmar.
Yeah, Miam.
Sorry, Yum. You can continue. Apologies.
So opening statements. Lewis, you go first.
It's some of the most fun I've had playing a game in a while. I'm very happy that you chose it as the game of the month. I have wanted to get into the Katamari series. And I'm very glad I've got a reason to now. But yeah, it's honestly some of the most fun I've had in a while playing a video game.
Good.
Give us a score.
Rating out of 10.
I'd give it a solid 8.
Nice. Oliver?
Oh, well, I don't feel strongly about it as Lewis does at all. We Love Katamari is an assault on the senses. It's very loud. There's a lot of noises. There's a hell of a lot of colors. The controls are dog shit. But it is a video game as video game. It's a game in the truest sense of the word. If you know, it's like going back to the arcades kind of game. It's just it can be fun. It can be fun, and I will give it a fucking middle of the road 6 out of 10.
That's not the middle of the road.
Yeah, that's not the
middle of the road.
That's not IGN middle of the road.
Yeah, no, it's not. Right, I don't want to say that it's a good. It is good. I don't want to go any lower than good kind of thing, but it is just good. So it's 6.
Okay.
Look at that. Scott?
Okay, so I actually liked this game a lot. I ended up buying the remake one, and when I started playing it, in my brain, I was like, thank God. I'm actually just pleased that they have the same controls. I don't know why. I think they're just fun. I think you know, it's part of like the weirdness of it. I think the game is really weird. I really like that about it. You know, I think that the way they sort of make it build you up to like the very end. You know, you're starting out with like 15 centimeter stuff, and then you end out with like really, really big stuff. Like I got 2,000 meters, which is crazy. But yeah, it just feels. I think it feels really good to play, and I really love the style.
I will say, I will say real quick, it is lucky you played the remake after the first one and not the original game, because when they made the remake, they made the controls like We Love Katamari. The original Katamari's controls aren't very good.
Right.
But they massively updated them for We Love Katamari, so the remake actually changed the controls to that one instead. So you're very lucky you played it that way around. Otherwise, it would have been a good time.
Give us a score, Scott.
8.
8.
Yes,
Some high scores so far. Niall?
Hello. So what's this game called? We Love Katamari.
Yeah.
It is the worst game I've ever played. It is my least favorite game I've ever played. I've never wanted to end my life more than when I was playing this game. And the thing is that fundamentally it's not a bad game. Like, it does a lot of things right. Like, it does a lot of basic fundamentals great. It's just that I hated playing it, really. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I gave it a 1 out of 10.
That's
On
gonna
how long to
fuck the
beat
average
it
up.
is,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, on how long to beat it is my lowest rated game. Amongst it is Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 5 DLC, Kirby Star Allies, and Halo Combat Evolved. So there you go. That's it. That's the crowd that it's in.
Fucking
There's
hell.
some mad games in you.
How to piss as many people off as possible.
Yeah, so there we are.
Christ. Well, Alex, it's you then.
Sorry, I'm just a bit stunned after that. I didn't expect a 1.
You're going to save this average with a 10 now because now has
To be fair,
destroyed it.
to be fair, after him giving Banjo a 4, I don't know what I expect from him anymore. But yeah, my opening statement is I really like the game. After playing the remake, I was like, I just want more Katamari, and that's basically what it was. It was just some fun times, enjoying just the feel of the game. I gave it a 7.
7.
So what's the average, Oliver?
So that brings
Hit us
our
with it.
average to. Well,
3.
I didn't put brackets.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like a 3 or a 4.
8 plus 6 plus 8
Don't forget the
plus
bid
1
marks.
plus 7 equals divided by 5. It's a 6. It is an average of a 6.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
Would have been.
I thought that 1 would have brought it down
Yeah,
a lot
it
more.
definitely would have been a 7 if Niall hadn't just review bombed
Yeah.
it. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you only care about the score that we gave it, then you can fuck off now, I guess. Otherwise, you want to hear some sterling conversation, stick around because Alex has got some questions.
I do. So, first question. What's everyone's favourite level of the game?
Oof.
Oliver, you go first.
Honestly, it is the second to last one. The one where you basically start off small and you like start rolling up like cities and just get bigger and bigger and bigger until you're rolling up like Godzilla and robots and all that kind of shit. It's just the sense of progression in that one is just amazing, and you just end up huge. It's just a good time. Yes, that one. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't know the names of any of the levels, so I can't help you there. Scott?
Yeah, I want to second Oliver on that. The goal is 500 meters, and you start out at like a meter or something. Probably not a meter. It's probably like a lot smaller than that. In my mind, I didn't have a reference of what 500 meters was, and I wasn't expecting to, instead of rolling up the tissues, the paper on the floor, to going to literally picking up like islands at the end. It felt like an amazing end to the game.
Yeah, it just feels satisfying because you just start proper small and you're just like, right, let me just get the entire world up now. Niall,
Absolutely.
if you have a favourite level?
Yeah, well, mine was either the second to last one, which was like the elephant one, where you do what Oliver and Scott just said, or it's the cloud one. I thought the cloud one was quite cool as well. Very easy, very quick, and the cloud one was the last one I did as well. So happy memories tied to that one because then I could stop playing the game.
I just want to say, I feel like the cloud one was the most basic level ever and the most
Yeah.
boring thing
Yeah,
ever.
the cloud one didn't really have
You-
much going for
It
it.
was so hard to pick up the clouds. It was so finicky. You just like went through it, and then
Yeah.
you might pick up like a tiny one that was like nested inside all the big ones, and it was just so basic. It's just like a flat level.
Well, that was the thing, yeah, with the other stages. It felt like though you were like aiming at certain things to pick up. The cloud one, I just kept going up and down it, and that's it. Really, I didn't really like plan what I was doing. I just went up and down until the clouds were collected, and then that sort of ended. So yeah, I sort of agree. I might as well say now my favorite race, my favorite. Sorry, well, I just sort of spoiled it there. My favorite level is the racetrack level.
That's a cool level.
Just because I thought it switched it up massively. Because early on in the game, I was like, really, how many ideas can they do with this concept? And when that happened, I was just sort of like, okay, then they can do literally anything they want. I found the sense of speed to be really fun. I didn't really notice that in a lot of other levels. And just the music in that level was also just a massive banger. So I really just enjoyed that whole stage. It was a really, really fun time. And I actually ended up playing that one multiple times. Probably my most played stage out of all of them, to be honest. I just kept going back to that one just because I thought it was really fun.
Nice. That is also my favorite level as well, Lewis. I just really enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
a nice change of pace. It just made me wish that more of the other levels did stuff like that, because it felt like it was the most unique level out of all of them.
For
That's
sure,
what I
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Because I proper didn't expect it, because I was like, why is it just moving on its own? I was like, is my controller like bugged out or something? Yeah, that's what I thought anyway. You said something about the music, Lewis. Did you say that was your favorite track?
Yeah, I've actually been listening to the OST outside of playing the game. That's another reason I'm very happy I played this game. I think the OST is really, really good.
Why?
It's so good. There's so many bangers all around. I don't think you
It makes
quite
my ears
understand.
bleed, like legit.
It's not. No, there's so many good songs in it. There's actually so many bangers. Yeah, I think that's my favorite song out of all of them. I'd have to like go through them, because I feel like I've got a bit of a bias towards certain stages, just because I really liked those ones, so I've listened to those a lot. But at the moment, yeah, I'd say that stands out the most to me. That one.
Yeah. That was one of the questions, is like opinions on the music. So I know Lewis loved it. Oliver seems to hate it.
I don't hate it.
Anyone
It's
else?
just it's too much. It's too much.
It's so good.
It hurts.
It fits with the game.
Oh no,
which
definitely.
is
Oh no,
what's-
I'm not arguing that. It definitely fits with the game.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's an assault on the senses, so the music
Yeah,
needs to
every
match
sense. Yeah.
Scott.
Oh.
Go on, Niall. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, the music was probably my favorite part about the game. I just really liked. It's just like, the different
Just jamming
ones.
out.
There's like a slow one. There's a do one. There's a quite a fast one, and
Yeah.
it was just something pleasant in the experience. It was quite good.
Scott.
Yeah, I really like the music. At one point I was just like totally immersed and was like, oh my god, this is making me feel crazy right now. And I think that was very helped by the music, definitely.
Nice. So during my playthrough, I noticed that the like when you finish the level, the planets gave you like funny names. What was everyone's favorite funny name, if you remember? I think mine was like Cumulon Planet or something. It really made me laugh.
Cumulon.
That's the only one that I can
Cumulon.
remember, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah, I do not remember
I don't-
any
I don't-
planet names.
No, them.
I think I had Weed Gravity as well.
Weed gravity.
Weed Gravity.
Weed, gravity.
Yeah.
No,
Oh
I can't
yeah,
remember
I
any
think
of
I had Weed Planet or something like that.
No one remembers. No one.
No, that's very
No one really
different.
paid attention. No worries. What cousin did you play as?
the fat one. As soon as they got him, the little round one, that was it. I played through the entire game as that.
The fat one.
And
Wait,
nothing could change it.
like
And
the one
didn't
that's like
even
all
bother to know his name.
No.
the one that's like all head, the yellow.
Oh
one.
yeah, it's all.
Oh, all right. Okay. That's a good choice, to be fair.
I played as a green one.
You just didn't.
Oh, the
change.
standard, the standard Katamari.
I think I accidentally switched once, and then I didn't like it, so I switched back. Like as I was just going through the field, I was like, "Wait a second,
Fair
what's
enough.
going on here?"
I actually remember the name of mine. Mine was called Opio. He basically looked like the regular Prince, except he had a blue face and he had like a white and blue checkered like skin. And I don't know, I just vibed with him for some reason. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, I think I unlocked him. Scott, who was yours?
This might spoil one of the future questions, but I picked this one. Focus, please. Okay, well, it won't focus, but that's fine. You can sort of see the silhouette. Wait a minute, I can turn off the blur.
It looks like a big duck.
Yay!
Oh, right, okay.
Oh yeah, the really long.
Yeah,
it's
and
cool.
the extra length for the giraffe head, pretty good. Hell yeah! There you go.
Nice. I played as Miso, who was basically miso soup, so he just had a soup bowl head, which was fun.
I do like.
I did play as the orange one as well, but I changed as soon as I
I
found
was gonna
Miso.
say, I do like how it lets you switch up characters. It don't really add anything to the game,
No.
but I
Oh,
don't know,
no.
it's nice to have.
I think I might have played as a strawberry one for a couple of levels, but then after that I went back to Fat Boy.
You just couldn't resist.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, as a Scott, shown on his, what accessories did you go with? I know Scott went with the giraffe. Well, what else did you have? Just the
Just like
giraffe.
a little bag thing.
Nice.
I won't
I
lie.
had oh, go on.
Sorry, I won't lie. I only changed mine once, and I put the long nose on, and then I completely forgot that you could put accessories on after that. If I'm honest with you.
That's terrible. Just imagine the big fat one with a giraffe head.
That
Would have been
That
amazing.
would have been funny, but I forgot entirely. Apologies.
But yeah, I did have the long nose and I had the giraffe head as well.
I was just rocking the long antenna, and then I was rocking like a horse costume. So like it was like a horse at the front of like a horse head at like the front of his crotch and horse legs at the back, and it's like he's riding a little horse. I just found that one to be the most entertaining, honestly.
Crotch, not waist. Crotch.
Yeah,
Okay.
crotch, horse costume.
I'm gonna go on a limb and guess that Niall didn't put any accessories on.
Didn't know you could.
Yeah, there we go.
Crazy. Right. So, I know this Scott has already answered this question because he's already played another game in the series. But has this convinced you to want to play any other game in the series?
Can I answer your question
Yes.
with a question?
Yeah, go on.
Do the controls change in any of them?
I don't know.
Is there a Katamari game where I can roll the ball with the left stick and move the camera with the right stick?
Wait,
I don't know.
With Steam input, you could probably map it to
No,
controls.
Scott. I don't want to cheat my way around it. I want them to change the controls.
no. All the games control like that apart from the first one, which just the controls worse than this one.
Okay, then no. That's your question.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, now you go, because yeah.
We know Niall's answer. It's not gonna.
Yeah, well,
No,
right.
I don't want to look at it ever again.
Right. Okay. Well,
Sadness.
probably not, and that's mainly because I've played sort of the two that matter. I don't know if any of you really know this, but outside of this one and Beautiful Katamari for the Xbox 360, none of them are really new content. A lot of the games that came out after this are just the same levels from the previous games. Like the PS3 one, half of the game is just levels from the first two, and then the other half of the game is some new stuff. And then all the other games that came out apart from the PSP ones, well, the PSP one, were just mobile games. So no, probably not. I've already sort of played the two that matter, really. I'll maybe do Beautiful Katamari one day because it's on the Xbox 360. But yeah, other than that, probably not.
Fair. I know Scott's already been playing it. So, Oliver mentioned it. Controls.
Shocking.
What do you hate about them, Oliver?
Fucking shocking. I don't know, man. They just don't feel good. The two sticks. Throughout the entirety of the game, I just struggled with it to the point where I couldn't get any kind of fine control. It was just I just pressed forward until I hit a wall, and then I turn around slightly, just press forward. Weirdly, that worked. I think I only had to repeat a level twice, maybe throughout the entirety of the game. I never had to do anything more, like most levels more than once, so it worked. But I don't know. It was just frustrating from the very beginning. Like the tutorial that you do at the beginning, I took way too long doing that, just trying to grasp what the fuck I was supposed to do with this ball.
You did know that pressing both the sticks and just turn you around.
Oh no, yeah, no, I grasped that.
All right.
Yeah, I grasped that. But I want control. I want to be able to move the ball with the left stick, and move the camera with the right stick. That's what I want to be able to do.
Okay, fair enough.
I disagree with Oliver. Yeah, it's shit controls. Yeah.
What's
You
it?
disagree with
Yeah,
Oliver.
I thought he said he disagreed with me as well.
No, I said I just agree.
I just agree.
Oh.
Okay. Fair play.
I think the
Okay.
controls are really good, to be honest. I think once you get the hang of them and you get used to them, you can do a lot of cool stuff with it, and you can actually do certain, not moves, but do certain actions very, very quickly. And honestly, I'd be interested to see speedruns of this game, just to see like people who've truly mastered the controls actually do stuff. But I thought, I don't know, I thought it felt quite natural with both the sticks. I thought they did a very good job at making you feel like you're pushing the ball. Like every movement I made felt like I was doing what I intended to do. So personally, I didn't see too many issues with the controls. I just thought they worked quite well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lewis. I just I thought they were good. It worked with the game, and I'm just glad it wasn't that shit one from the first one that's apparently really bad.
It's just
Like
very hard.
how different is it?
It's just, in We Love Katamari, it's just a lot more refined, and the controls, in at least to me, in We Love Katamari, do what you want them to do more than the original one. It's like they just didn't fully grasp how to do that sort of movement with both sticks in the first one, and it just feels very, very janky to play. It's literally the main reason they changed it in the remake, because everyone much preferred the second game's controls compared to the first one. So it was clearly for good reason, and they clearly still think the same. But yeah, it's just not very nice to control. If Oliver played the first game, he would have had way more issues. I can promise you that.
Probably.
Good thing I didn't pick that then, didn't it?
Yeah.
Scott?
I initially was like, what the fuck is this? But then by the end of it, I was like, I hope that the other Katamari games are like this. As I said before, I don't know why, I feel like it's designed to be difficult to use, in that, like, you're not supposed to be able to pick up literally every single thing. Like, if you had a joystick that was just, okay, I want to move very precisely and pick up every single little last piece, that's just not what this game is. And I don't believe that a traditional control set would allow for that, It would just make the game really unfun, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Right. I'm not really going to talk about like story and stuff because what the fuck was even the story?
I don't understand it.
No idea.
Story was
There's some
great.
weird cutscenes in between each chapters that don't know what they were.
No, I couldn't follow them. That's all.
Same.
I didn't
So
read anything.
I'm just going to ask everyone's opinion on the King of all Cosmos because he's the best character because he's the only character.
Bit of a cunt, isn't he? Really?
The prince is a character.
Doesn't really speak though, does he?
That was the king of. When he speaks to you in the middle, in the cutscenes, it was King Cosmos.
He speaks too much. He speaks too much to the point where he speaks and he covers up the fucking screen while you're trying to play the damn game.
Did any of you ever fail a level and watch him get angry?
Yeah.
You're like lazy to
By
death.
3 millimeters.
Yeah, it just murders you like dead.
Yeah, it's because you failed to
He's
keep
just a
people
bastard man.
happy.
And he's supposed to be your dad as well. He's supposed to be your dad.
Is your
right?
dad? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a bad man. Bad man. I don't understand what his motivation is either. Why does he want these balls?
Make the
Because
stars.
Because he
why?
wants to create this. Basically, he wants to fulfill people's wishes by making them happy.
But-
So people ask for wishes, and then he fulfills the wishes by making the Katamari, and then it turns into a star.
But he destroys entire cities, and then he rolls up the stars anyway.
Yeah, but
I'm
if
the
you did
sun.
read-
Everyone's dead.
I know you said you didn't read it, but even when he rolls up the sun, he's even like, "Is this okay that we've done this?" I don't know. And then he's like, "Wait a second, I can hear everyone saying that they love it, and thank you, King of all Cosmos." And then he's just like, "It's fine." So he thinks it's fine at least.
That
He might be
sounds like
putting words in people's
delusions.
mouths.
That
He
sounds
might
like
be putting words in
delusions, yeah.
people's mouths, but yeah, I don't know.
I was like, oh yeah, no, I hear him. They're fine with it. It's fine. Let's leave. He's a bastard. That's the bottom line.
Does everyone agree?
I think that he's got a lot of personality. Even though I only read like half of, like not even half, probably like 5% of what he said. But I feel like he's just got loads and loads of personality. I love that he can just like casually just like shoot a planet with his eyes when you make a new planet. It's pretty fun, and you know how like Oliver was saying that he sometimes just like comes on your screen and just like annoys you. I feel like that just sort of adds to the personality, I guess. It's just part of the game. You're not supposed to be able to like, you're not supposed to be able to see the game properly. You're not supposed to be able to control the game properly. It's all just about being immersed and not just worrying about the gameplay all the time.
I think the nonsensical story aspect is definitely just part of the game as well. I don't think it wants you to understand what's going on. It just sort of wants you to accept what's happening and just be like, yeah, cool. It all makes sense now. I do want to bring up real quick as well, another reason why Katamari sort of went to shit after this one is because the guy who made the first two stopped making them. He left the company and stopped making them. And then pretty much every game after that was kind of a failure. So probably due to him leaving, because he obviously added all the personality to it and stuff. So it is kind of sad to see. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out.
All right, okay. Anyone else have any opinions on King of All Cosmos, Niall?
He had nice legs, I guess. He has very large legs, quite muscly, and you sat on his foot.
Right, okay.
Cool. Yeah, nice one.
Next question.
What a strange thing to say.
Did anyone get confused at any point on like what level to go to next?
Yes.
Yes.
All the time, constantly. It was the worst thing because anytime I was in that fucking field, I weren't completing the game. And it was the worst thing ever. I'd never had so much anxiety in my life, not being able to figure out what to do. And it was because of this game. Because, like, the thing is, you could go to other people and you could do missions. But I'm like, have I done this one before? Sometimes, even if I have done them before, I still have to do them again. But with some, I don't. So I don't get what's happening. So yeah. And also, any guide which I looked up just to see what level goes next, it's all, like, really cryptic. And it doesn't make any sense. It's like everyone's out to get me.
I think I need to put just a slight little disclaimer in there for anyone listening about Niall. And Niall will forgive me for saying this. Niall played this game like a speedrunner who hates his job. Like a speedrunner who hates playing games, essentially. He wanted to complete it as fast as possible, and anything that stops him from doing so made him sad.
It took me an extra 3 hours than everyone else, apparently. Like, it took me 7 hours to
I don't know why it took
in 4 hours.
I wanted to talk to you about this because I don't understand what you did. Because the game took me about 5 hours, if that, maybe.
Well, I did spend an hour just on one level because Alex will remember this. I did not know that you could access a different part of the level. So I was getting to like 34 meters out of 40, and I was like, literally, there is nothing else in this level to pick up. And I kept on dying over and over again, but then there's like this whole other level, which is like.
Why would he open the door? Why would he open the door?
Well, because you can open the door and there's some things to pick up. There's like 5 things to pick up. I'm like, oh, this is pointless.
How did you not go to a different area? Because the King of All pops up and says.
Yeah, it says, look, the door's open, and then you go into a different room.
Yeah, it's a living room.
And I thought the room was just it.
Is it the one with the bars that you have to go through the hole?
Yeah.
That wasn't very clear. I do agree.
Really? Oh, I thought that was
I mean, I saw it on my first try, but it wasn't like as clear as go over the bridge. And now you're in a different area.
Yeah, no, I just looked through the bars and saw all the things down there ripe for the picking up. You know what I mean? I want to get down there.
Yeah, I swear a cat was stuck in that hole at one point as well. I don't know if that's the same level. But yeah, anyway. Carry on.
I think to answer your question, I'll answer your question, Alex. Yes, I struggle sometimes briefly on where to go next. But I did, you know me, I look at guides anyway. So I found a guide that listed all the levels and which person had them. So if I just look from there, see for something that I hadn't done yet. What did wind me up is if you know that you can't do the dog level until the end.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's literally what I was about to bring up.
Yeah, exactly. If you know you can't do it, but you don't go to him, then you can't continue the game. You have to fail at the dog level, which is the final level, before you can move on.
Yeah, because I was streaming the game, and then you was in call, and you said you can't do the dog level, and I was like, right, well, what's the next level then? So then I couldn't figure out where to go next, and I was like, do I have to do the dog level and fail it? and then that's when loads of levels open up, and I was like, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, I must have
It could
second.
have
I must have
been-
had second-hand annoyance for you because I can't remember.
Yeah.
I must have failed it first time because that was before I was looking at the guides. So I must
Yeah.
have a second-hand annoyance from you. That's what I'm remembering.
Yeah. Lewis?
I picked it up as the game went along. I was struggling at the start because I don't think I don't know. It just didn't feel very clear at all. But I figured out as the game went on, it was basically just whoever had a speech bubble above the head and was like screaming something, that usually meant there was a new level. And I followed that all the way to the end, and it worked out. So I assume that was how they wanted you to differentiate. I do agree because each level has. Sorry, I do agree with what Niles said partially. So basically, each level has it has a speed version and a size version, and it doesn't really make it clear that it's got two versions. And even if you've done one version of it, it doesn't overly make it clear that you've already done one of the versions or both of the versions already. So there were some instances where I did the speed version and the size version, and then I just ended up going to the level again, and then I completed the level just for it to say you've already done it. And I was like, oh, all right. So then I'd just go into a different mission. So it wasn't the clearest thing in the world, but as said, that's just sort of what the game is trying to do anyway. It's just sort of trying to mess with you, really. It's not meant to make any sense, so I just sort of accepted it. And like I said, by the end, it was clear enough where the new mission was. It was just to go to whoever was shouting and waving their arms about. So
Yeah. That did happen with me, though, where like someone was like screaming and shouting.
That's coincidental.
Someone was screaming and shouting.
I can talk about my experience with it as well. I too followed what Lewis did. I did the speech bubbles. I didn't read anything, so I didn't have any context really of what I was doing. By the time that I had basically finished every level, there were still speech bubbles. I was a bit confused. I had done the dog level once, and I was like, okay, so how do I get to that? So I did the little space view. Did you know there was a space view? If you go upwards into the sky, you can like view
Yes.
all of your.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
I tried to go into that and tried to roll up the sun because I knew that I'd basically finished the game, but I just didn't know what to do really. There was loads of people with speech bubbles, just a bit confused. Yeah, that was my experience with it. Since Alex is still muted, I feel like that's still part of the experience, part of the cryptic experience, but I do believe that it wasn't as well executed as stuff like the controls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
the joys
Right,
of
I'll
living
try
in
again.
shared accommodation, Alex. The joys.
I know. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I'd have people screaming and shouting. Funny. But like they wouldn't have a level for me. It would just be the other version, so I
Yeah.
couldn't tell what was a new level, what was the other version. So I'd end up like going to a level and I'd be like, right, I've done that. Then I'd have to go through all the text. I've done it. Move on to the next one. Right. Yeah. It would have just been better if like there was another way to like see the different levels. Would have been better.
A list of levels, perhaps. Just
Yeah,
bring
maybe.
up a list.
That wouldn't be cryptic enough.
Yeah.
True.
You can
True.
see if you've done the level before if you speak to them, and then it says at the bottom right.
Yeah, in the
before you-
bottom. Yeah, in the bottom left.
Oh,
it
bottom
says-
left. Yeah.
Damn it, Scott! Stop supporting the developer's vision. I want ease of access. Is what I want.
What can I say?
Yeah. The last question.
Here's
Do you
what
think the game needs to be remade
No.
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 or
it's been
like
destroyed.
re-released anywhere?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, re-release. I don't think it needs to be remade though. I don't think anything about the game justifies remaking it.
I thought,
The only reason,
from what you said, Lewis, it's already been remade a few times, right?
well, yeah, technically with like the future games, considering it has half the levels from that game, it sort of already has. Like as I've mentioned multiple times already, the first game was the only one that needed remaking just because it was garbage, but they fixed that now. So I don't really see any reason to remake the second one. Re-release it, yes. Remake it. Don't waste your time. I don't think it would make any sense.
It's one of those games that looks like it hasn't really aged, kind of thing. It's just the art style has kept it fresh.
Yeah,
I wasn't looking at it
Yeah.
and think, oh, this is hard to play, kind of thing. It like Lewis said, re-release it, play it on the new PlayStation Plus if they release it on that.
Yeah.
Don't wait for a remake. No need.
Yeah.
Right.
I completely
Yeah.
agree. A port would be perfect.
Banging.
Cool. That's all my questions. Does anyone have any other questions?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Lewis has gone.
It's not that big of a question. I just want to ask. Did any people play the little mini game in the loading screen?
Is that where you move the king's head?
You can move the king's head and shoot words out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
of course I did.
I was
It's 'cause-
always too busy trying to see what he was trying to say.
Well, I
Yeah.
just wanted to bring it up because Bandai Namco, they don't have it anymore. But they used to have a patent where basically they got a patent which said they're the only people who are allowed mini games during loading screens. So if you played any Bandai Namco game from like PS2 onwards up to like 2015, they all had mini games in the loading screens, and it's because they were like, we want people to have fun, because obviously loading was a bigger issue back then. And they want people to be able to have fun during it, but they didn't want other companies stealing it, so they actually made it so only they could do it. And I didn't know there was going to be a game to play going in, but I sort of did. I was like, there's probably going to be something against a Bandai Namco game, so that was interesting to see. Also, what did people play it on? I know they played it on. Did everyone play it on an emulator? Or did anyone bust out the PS2?
Emulator.
Okay. Just wondering. Because I played it on the Steam Deck and emulated
Yeah,
very
I was
well.
going to say, you played it on Steam Deck, didn't you?
Yes, it was
But
very,
was
very
it confusing with ABX and Y? Because obviously it's PS2. Did you get confused pressing the wrong X?
I mean, this might I think this just applies to whoever you're talking to. For me personally, PlayStation controller out of all the controllers is like super ingrained into my brain.
Yeah.
So I naturally just press square, X, triangle, and circle. It only becomes an issue for me with the XYB shit when it comes to Nintendo and Xbox stuff. That's when I get confused. Since the PlayStation's completely different, it really doesn't bother me. I don't really struggle with it at all.
Yeah, no, I played it with an Xbox controller as well. Like Lewis says, PlayStation separate.
Yeah.
But if I'm quickly switching between a Switch and an Xbox, then I always
it destroys me.
It's usually only like I don't struggle on the Xbox. I struggle with Nintendo, just because their select button it has to be different from everyone else's in terms of position. It's very annoying.
Guys,
Yeah.
Guys, just remember, I think we should do 20 questions. Are we doing that?
Oh yeah, we're doing it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
shit, yeah.
Good, because I
Favorite
just got
part.
really excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally just.
Scott
I was
doesn't
just
know
letting
about
Oliver
this stuff.
finish.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We can get all the wiki. It's
All
fine.
right. So just as a preface, I said that right this time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, not preface.
Not
Yeah,
preface.
preface.
So wait, does Niall already know what it is, Scott?
Yeah,
Oh,
me
yeah, I
and you
forgot
know
about
what it
that,
is.
yeah.
It's
Right,
just Lewis
so-
now
Yeah, so
explaining.
it's just
Right,
me
so,
and Lewis.
right, so I don't know what it
Right,
is.
well-
I know a few things. So I'm still going to ask
Yeah.
questions.
Oh.
But I
Make sure they're not too leading.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I know two things about it essentially. Shut up. Niall. I'm going to ask questions, but I'm not going to guess what the game is.
Well, just say what you know. Just like the score that you gave
yeah,
it. How long to beat.
I know the
Don't
score
say
that
what
I gave
score.
it, and I know that I've played it in the last 5 years. That's what I know. So I'm going to avoid any type of those questions, and I'm not going to guess what the game is because I have a pool of games that it could be.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, 20 questions. Now the legal stuff's out of the way. I suppose that's the end to the Katamari section.
Yeah. Katamari.
Yeah.
Now we're guessing the game for technically this month.
Technically, yeah.
April's
April.
game.
All right. Who wants to go first?
It's just me and Alex guessing.
You and I was guessing. I will join in with the question asking.
Is it? Oh no, I don't want to say specific consoles or what. We have 20 questions though.
I'll keep track of the amount of questions.
Give do thingy like
What console generation?
a generation, yeah.
I don't know which generations the which one's which. Is it?
Just say
Yeah, one sec.
like a console, and then just say that generation.
Is it from the 6th generation of consoles? So from 1998 to 2013.
Name the consoles.
Dreamcast,
Yeah, please.
PlayStation, GameCube, Xbox.
No. It's not.
Okay, go on, Alex. We'll just keep switching between me and you, Alex. Go. We'll just keep throwing.
Yeah. Is it like Xbox One, PS4, like that generation?
I think it's on that.
Why?
I think it is on that.
Just do a quick
Is that
Google
correct?
I'll
search.
Google it.
Okay, yeah, you guys can be my fact checkers.
Okay, right.
I
And then-
want to ask a question.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Niall actually knows what it is. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Um,
To answer your question, Lewis, yes.
My
It is
question,
on
you
there.
mean?
To answer Alice's question, yeah. So
Okay.
it's on the PS4, Xbox.
I'm asking questions as well, just not guessing the game.
All right, okay, go on.
Is it based off a license?
Yes.
Wait. 1 second. No, the answer's no, Lewis. You fool.
Okay, the answer's no,
what?
Alex.
Yeah.
Wait, what? The
Is
answer to
it-
what?
It didn't come out in the 6th generation.
So it's
Niall, that wasn't the question.
right. So it's not
Stop,
PS4.
right, just stop talking.
It's
Just
not
stop
PS4,
talking.
Xbox One, or
Stop talking.
Wait, so
Right.
it's not PS4, Xbox One.
It's on there, yes.
That's what
Yeah.
it is on there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Niall just looked up the wrong thing.
right. Okay, and it's
I
based.
thought you said 6th generation.
And
I
it's
did. That was my first question, though.
and it's based on a
Alright.
license. It's based on a license.
Based on the license.
Right, on question 3 then. My God.
I verified that it was it is on indeed on those consoles. Right. Next one.
Fuck you know.
Lewis.
Is it a? Oh man, is it? Is it a fucking? Is it? Is it an action game? Action/adventure.
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what genre it is, but I'm pretty sure it is.
But now it's got the wiki up, I assume, so we can at least.
Yeah, literally, it is, according to the wiki.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Remember, this is me right here.
Well, you haven't got the wiki up. You said other people to
I
do
don't,
your
it's going to
searching.
reflect in my glasses.
I'm sure it's fine.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see.
Right.
I didn't even think of that.
Question
Yeah, man.
5, Alex.
Fuck. Right. So it's
Action/adventure.
the Xbox One generation.
Yeah,
It's an
sorry.
action adventure game.
Well, I didn't say it's Xbox One generation. I said it's on the Xbox One.
Right, it really right. Okay, so it's a licensed game. It released on the Xbox One and PS4.
So it was
You can
also
play it
on
on
other
that.
consoles, is what
Yeah.
you're suggesting.
Yeah.
Right.
So
The question was, is it on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One? Yes,
yeah,
it is.
so it was in that generation. Yes.
It is in that
I'm
generation.
I'm just listing off what we got.
Wait, yeah, so Alex, that means, so remember, that's so it's Xbox One onwards, because it can't be before, because that was PS2 and whatever, and he said it wasn't 6
No.
gen.
No, it could be
Oh, no, it could be
360.
360.
So you
Fuck.
said-
I forgot about the 360.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You guys.
Because it could have been really one of them ones which was released on both.
Yeah, it will have been.
We're 20%.
It's a
on the way
licensed
through.
game. What does licensed game actually mean?
Based
Oliver?
on
Based
a
off an
license.
existing IP. Yeah, like based off an existing
An
thing, right?
existing, right, so it's based off an existing IP that isn't, the IP didn't originate from video games.
Yeah, so like Uncharted isn't a licensed game. That's just Uncharted.
No.
But like Monsters Inc., Scare Mania or whatever it's called.
Scare
would be
Island as a delta.
Yeah, it is a good game. Yeah, that'd be licensed.
This is scaring me now because I don't want another car situation. Is it Cars 2? No, I'm joking. That's not my question.
Alex,
yeah, this is hard.
Oh no, actually, don't do
No.
a specific console game. It sounds like it's a multi-platform release.
Yeah, I don't know whether to get the 360 question out of the way or I feel like I'm wasting time here.
You've got 20 questions, not 20 minutes.
Probably less than that, yeah.
I've got a question I can ask if you want to come back to you, Alex.
Yeah,
after me.
go on. You ask the
This
question.
might shorten the. If this is right, then it's going to shorten the pool of games. Did this cross-release with the current generation?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. So it's from. Okay. I've got a
PS4
question.
to PS5.
Yeah.
Can I do another one then?
Alex has to go if he's got one.
No, go on. Just do it, Lewis.
Is this game? Does this game have sequels, or is it the only one in the series?
It's the only one. Well, yeah, there's no sequels to it.
Okay. So just a game.
I know what fucking game this is.
Go on, Alex.
Fuck's sake.
Hit him.
So there's no sequels,
No.
and it's on PS4.
He
I mean,
suggested that there might be
It's a
spin-offs.
current gen game. How is there going to be a sequel to it?
Right. Okay.
Wait. I'm questioning myself now.
All of us play.
Well, that implies that implies it could be it could be a sequel to a previous game, doesn't that?
Yes.
I'm
because...
answering your questions exactly how you're asking them. I'm not. Are there sequels? No, there aren't.
Right, guys. I don't want to like point you in the right direction or anything, but as far as I'm aware, on current gen consoles that cross-release, there is only one licensed game.
I don't know what it is.
What's concerning me is if it's what I think it is. I don't know if these two own it.
They do. Yeah, they do.
They do. All right. Okay.
What?
Well, that's a little.
It's on PS4 and PS5, like that generation, and I own it.
Well, we don't know if
Annihilate.
we don't know if
Just-
we don't know if it's PS4 and PS5.
guessing.
It could be Xbox.
Just keep
It could be
Oh,
Xbox.
yeah, it is one of those.
A licensed game.
You guys are terrible at this. Jesus.
I know. This is I did the last one, so this is my first time asking the questions. Right. I'll just get this. No, because then I'm not. That's wasting a question. This is bullshit. I can't think
You're
of
gonna have to edit
questions.
this down.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Oliver.
Right.
This is just.
Well, I can keep asking questions to point you. If it's what I think it is, which it might not be, I can ask questions to point you in the right direction.
Go on, because I'm
Go on,
waiting.
do it while I turn my light on.
Do
'Cause I'm
something so I can
Right.
say something else.
Okay. Is this a PS4, PS5 exclusive?
No.
He already said
Right,
it's
I don't know what it is then.
not.
See, I thought it was Spider-Man Miles Morales. That's what I thought
don't
it
own any
was.
PlayStation.
Okay.
Well, that's the spoiler as well.
Shit. So it's cross-gen for Xbox and Xbox Series X essentially, and it will be on PC as well, and it's licensed. What the fuck?
Okay.
I'm right, aren't I, Niall? Niall, this is the right.
Everything
Right,
everything is correct so far. Yeah.
Is this okay?
Am I
Is
cheating if I
this-
look at the Game Pass list?
Is this
Yes, that's cheating.
is this license?
That is actually cheating.
Is this license based on a TV franchise?
No.
Okay. By that I mean it's like a TV show.
Not the Vicar of Dibley, the game.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
I've played this in the last 5 years.
Apparently. Maybe you haven't.
Oh, no. It's GoldenEye on the Xbox.
Oh, wait. I've got a question. Did this release before or after the Xbox Series X came out?
After.
What the
think-
fuck are you talking about? What are you talking
Very
about?
recent.
When did the Xbox Series X come out?
when did it come out?
Oh, 2020.
2020.
November
yeah,
2020.
Yeah,
November
it came out-
2020.
It came out afterwards, yeah.
What? So it's come out within the last year.
And all of us played it this past year. Just think about all the games you played, Oliver.
I played
licensed
90
game, Oliver.
90 odd games last year, but
No, but Oliver, a licensed game.
right, the only licensed game that I can think of that I played was Battletoads. Was Battletoads even licensed? But I didn't even complete it, so it can't be that.
Battletoads isn't licensed. Is it? No. Wait. It got a Nah, that's Should I just go over a specific guess here? No, because I don't know if you played it, Oliver. No, because I don't think Oliver's played it.
Well, ask me. You're allowed to ask me.
Have you played Scott Pilgrim?
No, I've not played
No,
that.
It came out very recently. That's licensed. You're a wanker, Scott.
I didn't try to make this hard. You just found it very difficult. I don't know why.
What the fuck, fella?
I feel like I don't want to stop at 20. I feel like I
Right.
just want to keep you guys going.
Right. So, right, I asked whether it was exclusive to the PS4, PS5, right? What we haven't established is whether it's multi-platform in terms between companies. Right.
What does that mean?
So what? Basically, so did it release on? Fuck. Right. What I'm asking is it essentially is it an Xbox PC exclusive?
No.
So it's on everything. So that's what's tripping me up. I thought, right, okay.
Question 8. Well, you're in question 9 now, actually.
Jesus Christ, I don't. Right.
It doesn't.
I'm gonna ask the question so the guys know what I know. Was this generally well received?
I was about to ask
Yeah.
that. You bastard.
Yes, it was generally well
Very.
received.
Very well
Licensed
received.
game
A
that was
licensed
very well
video.
received.
To be fair, I was like this last time when Alex was asking his question. Then when he gave us the answer, it was really obvious. So it's probably really.
It is pretty
Is
obvious.
it SpongeBob
Yeah.
SquarePants?
No. It's not.
Fuck!
I don't
You
think-
asked if it was a TV show.
I did. Fuck!
You're on question 11 now.
Alan.
I'm trying to think of the only licensed games that came out.
Is this currently on Game Pass?
Yes.
Question 12.
He said we own it. Unless by owning Game Pass
Well,
we
you've
own
got
it.
Game Pass, yeah. That counts.
I mean,
in my
technically,
mind.
my Game Pass subscription runs out in like 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, well, you still own it. There you
That's
go.
how the game.
That's
Oh,
my answer.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Oh.
And I've played it so recently, Scott. I've played this so recently. Before I guess, I'm not. I said I wouldn't
Yeah,
guess.
help
I said
us.
I
Help
wanted to guess
us.
what the game was. Is this a Marvel property?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've fucking played this game
Guardians
so
of the
recently.
Galaxy!
There
Guardians of the
we
Galaxy!
go.
Guardians of the Galaxy!
There we go.
Guardians of the Galaxy!
We got it. Alex looks gobsmacked.
He looks upset.
Alright, I will say, and I know you haven't played it. Guardians of the Galaxy is a fucking banger. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
are
very
going
excited to
enjoy
play it. I was gonna play it anyway. You don't have to play it again, Oliver. You
I'm not.
literally played it, like,
I'm
a
not
month
going
ago.
to. I'm not going
Yeah.
to.
You played it literally like in January, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Um,
It wasn't that long ago at all.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna play it anyway, so
Cool.
that's exciting. Though. That's
Yeah.
good game.
Yeah. Niall actually posted like last week or something, him about to play Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's why he knows, because I messaged him like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's banging.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Again, I'm not going to play it again, but I'm happy for you.
Alex is still stunned.
He's stunned.
Alex, how are you feeling about the pick for the game?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Don't even know what a Guardians of the Galaxy is.
Oh no, it don't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter,
In fact, I'm jealous of you that you're going into this without seeing the movies.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like it
You know,
does
like,
kind of
it's
taint you a
rats,
little bit.
but-
There is a raccoon. Yeah.
You play as Star Lord, but you don't play as Rocket.
Mario?
as Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
He's not Mario in this
Well,
game.
yeah, no.
All right, let's do the wrap up because we're running short on time. So hopefully, are we doing a review for Kirby, Alex?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So in the next, hopefully next week, we'll be putting up a review for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Just me and Alex on that one because we're the ones who played it. I'm gonna say the next guaranteed podcast is going to be the Video Game Book Club next month, which will be, as we know, Guardians of the Galaxy. We are streaming on Twitch, not as often as we'd like, but we are streaming on Twitch at the moment, twitch.tv/PlayTalkRepeat. And for anything Play Talk Repeat, we're on socials, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're at Play Talk Repeat everywhere. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Guy.
Bye.